Alright, we are back for round 1 with a decent keeper. I don't really like Fretwork Colony on the draw, and my deck is not super aggressive, and if we are playing against a red beatdown deck it's gonna be bad, but I guess this is what we have. My opponent doesn't have a 2-drop though, which is good, and we drew Judge, which is probably the only reason why this deck is pretty solid and not just awful. And it looks like we'll be able to get a decent amount of cards of that. As the opponent plays a Rhino, play my own Rhino and pass the turn then. If I can do so, yup. Yeah, Fretwork Colony is just pretty clunky card. Another Rhino, sure. Don't really mind that too much. If I could, I would have double blocked. Yup, Trumpeter. Huh. That is kind of nice. But I wonder if we should not... if we should just maybe play that for 3 and attack with everything. Then my opponent swing back for 6. Yeah, it's gonna be a race. At some point I can drop that and I have 3 blockers available. Yeah, let's race. Yes. The opponent is going down to 11 there though, so I don't know. This game is looking pretty stupid so far. I'm not sure how it's gonna end. Gen Spectacle's not looking super great here. They might have to just keep the Rhino back to block. I mean, at least the 4/4 Rhino, which is quite clunky for them, because they are missing land drop, so I don't think they can afford to attack that match anymore. I might be wrong though. If they swing for 7, I go down to 8, but then they almost die. Yeah, I'm winning that race right now, and my opponent has missed a land drop, it looks like, so... Huh. But if I choose to keep their thing back to block, I can just drop a Judge, draw 3 cards, attack with the colony. If they take 4, fine. If they trade, fine. And then I will beat them with card advantage, probably. So I guess I'll make those 4/5, sure. And I think I'll play Judge, play my land, and next turn I might be able to, if I have another land, play 2/3 drop, which is quite solid. If they take 4 and don't make the trade, I'm also happy enough. Oh, I should have played Judge first, I misplayed. Yeah, that's bad, that's really stupid. My opponent took the damage, so it doesn't matter, but that was kinda lame. Okay. Okay, 3 lands, sure. Thriving grabs? Yeah, not exactly what they want here. And for one red, there's not much they can do. So I have some solid double blocks, they don't have a great attack. Another Judge? Phew, that's nasty. I don't think we'll be judging this turn though. Think we are attacking with the colony. And this time they'll have to block. Chump block? Okay, sure. I mean, okay, yeah. Sure. I mean, it's tempting to let me take some damage, but at some point you just have to get rid of the thing. Do I want some... I think I want some 1/1s so I can double block that thing if necessary. And my Trumpeter is still gonna grow bigger. No, actually I have a Judge in hand, so I want to make that a 2/3, never mind. But since because of the colony, I think my Trump tier would have grown bigger no matter what. Well, it's dead, I think, next turn. If I attack with everything and they don't play a blocker, looks like I do have a blocker though. So if I attack with everything, they eat that here, we trade there, and they have to chump something. I think we'll play the judge and then go for an attack. And if I draw a removal of the judge, I win right away. Ooh, goggles is solid. Second judge was really good. So let me just think. Could also put the goggles here. Doesn't really help. At this point, I don't think it matters a whole lot where I put the goggles. My opponent's not dead. They will get to eat one of my creatures, but they need to make a chump block. And yeah, I think I've just drawn way too many cards of the two judges this game for them to come back. Sure, those blocks make sense. And I guess grab chumping is chumping the judge. Yep. Don't really see how they come back from that position. Yeah, they just conceded. Don't really want to get stuck on land when your opponent is playing some creature and some judges. Okay, that works out good for us. Turns out Armor Craft Judge is a good card in the right. I think, if anything, that's a very good Armor Craft Judge deck. So, and again, I have some synergies. So, despite the curve being a bit wacky and yeah, I don't love the deck, but Judge is really good in this deck, and Judge is really good in the right deck. So. My opponent's in black-red beatdown. Don't really like Threat Rock Colony on the draw against beatdown decks. I think I'm gonna replace that by a Night Market Lookout, which is not much better, but at least doesn't deal me damage and can actually win me a bit of life. I mean, gain me a bit of life. Good God, if needed. Don't really think I want to side in a red card when I'm just splashing for red. Mine Rot is fine, but I don't want to play two Mine Rots, that could be clunky. I guess the Fine is fine. We don't really have enough artifacts to make that good though. Okay. Let's run that. Yeah. Armor Craft Judge is a nasty card. Honestly, if you cut a couple 4-drops and instead you add some Kujaracid Sculptor, the 2/3 for 3, I mean the 1/2 for, the 1/2 for 2 that puts a counter, then you have a really, really solid deck actually. Maven multi-6, keep card on top, as I drew the swamp I needed. How lucky. Driving grabs, yup. If my opponent allows me, I will block. I will not handicraft. My opponent multi-6, I was on draw. This is a game that I will win if it goes long enough. Taking some unnecessary damage trying to pump my creature doesn't make much sense, especially since even if I pump the Cobra, it's still gonna trade with the grabs, so. And I have the Handicraft Judge combo, so. They might just attack and not use energy. I would still block though. If they play a Rhino, it's slightly annoying. Oh, they use energy. So I guess they have a trick. Okay, we just traded, good. I don't think you are supposed to use energy. No, I think this is a misplay from the opponent, but it will probably not matter that much. But yeah, I don't think you are supposed to use the energy when I'm probably will block no matter what, and you can use energy on the next creature you play. So now, yeah, we have to deal with that Rhino. It's gonna be pretty huge, so that's gonna be annoying, but if we can, we should then be in a pretty solid spot. Yes. Kinda wanna drop Handicraft right now. The best way to use my mana is to judge now. I draw less cards though. But I already have a bit of card. I might just mind rot this turn. Kinda wanna play Handicraft because then I can Enthusiast and boost everything, and that's really nice. That gives me a pretty solid board, and then I can judge, draw a bunch of cards, and kill them. Ooh, difficult sequencing, and depending on how I sequence this turn, I think it's pretty important. I might win or lose the game. I think it's quite tough. So I know that if I Mind Rot, I'm gonna hit 2 spells because they did not play a land last turn. So that's gonna be a good Mind Rot. Now, if I do that, then next turn is not great for me because I still cannot really... I'm taking 5 next turn if I don't play any creature, which I think is fine. Kinda wanna set up the Handicraft, Weaponcraft Enthusiast thing. Maybe I should just play the Judge, not get greedy, because I already have quite a good advantage. And next turn I can Handicraft, Mind Rot, and Handicraft, Mind Rot them for probably their 2 last card if they draw land and play a spell. And then I can Enthusiast to get a huge board. I'd love to get greedy with the Judge, but looking at the cost of my cards and what I have, I feel like I should actually do it this way. Because I kinda wanna play Handicraft and Mind Rot in the same turns. Okay, they are still missing land drops though. Well, let's attack first. As we are not blocking. And now let's Mind Rot Handicraft. Mind Rotting first because they might have a appetite for the unnatural in hand, and they might discard that if they feel like it's useless. Where if I play Handicraft first, they might just keep the appetite if they do have it. So it's actually pretty important to do that first. Because appetite is a pretty common card that you see in a lot of main decks. I don't think we haven't seen one in the draft, but it would be pretty weird that no appetite were open in the draft. It's probably that someone picked them, my opponent for example. Wild Wanderer and Cultivator of Blade, okay. I guess they don't have the appetite though because they F6 afterwards, so yeah, if they had it they would not have F6 pretty clearly, I think. Okay, so we are going down to 7 here. Next turn I can drop Goggles, drop Enthusiast. I can do a lot of sweet things and get a pretty huge board. Okay. Yeah, we'll make some servos that we will boost. Yes. Yes. That I cannot pay for, unfortunately. I will move the goggles on. Okay, so we got ourselves a 1-3 and 2/2/2s. And I think we just want to beat down with the 2/3 power creatures. Next turn we can sack the Handicraft and we'll have lethal very easily, even if the opponent plays, yeah. They just got stuck on land, so I guess that was not too difficult for us. But the turn where we could have done different things with the sequencing was pretty tough, because the best way to use your mana in sequence is to play the Judge, but then you have Handicraft, so you kind of want to get greedy and get some more value. But playing Handicraft and not doing anything is clunky. Playing you don't really want to play the Enthusiast before you play Handicraft, and playing just Mind Rot is also a bit clunky. Pretty tough decision here. I think what I did was right. It's the less greedy option, but when you are already ahead, you don't really have to be greedy, I don't think so. Alright. So I guess that was match 1 for you. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you for the next match.